right, it's 11 in the morning. I have to get 5 videos done today, edited, uploaded, scheduled for release before I leave. No problem. I have no idea what level anyone in this game is. I think their Varian is a higher level than me, but I have no idea. I know that Moon has that same color border, but I don't remember if Moon has that star. So maybe my star is a higher level. It's so stupid. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Infernal Shrines today playing Varian Rin. If you didn't catch on to that, we're gonna pick Overpower at level 1. And with Overpower, we're essentially starting ourselves off on the path to parry. Will the enemy team's Varian do the same? Of course he will. Do you know why? Essentially, there's only one build for Varian right now, and it's all about the parry. It's all about mitigating damage like a tank. Even though he's technically a multi-class hero, the only viable role for Varian right now, at least in competitive, is going for a very parry-intensive build at the early game, and in most cases, building into a taunt setup with the shield as you move into level 10 and so on. Then your taunts become a little bit more reactive, but for the most part, that is the set path that 90% of variants are following. Soak it up, team. I don't want to lose soak. So, why is this important? Because matchmaking doesn't classify Varian as a tank. Matchmaking classifies Varian as a multi-class hero. Why is that? Because he can have a sustained DPS heroic ability, he can have burst DPS heroic ability, or a tanking heroic ability. I think it's really dumb. I think he should be classified as a warrior regardless, and that, as far as matchmaking terms, you could say he's multi-class all you want. I mean, I don't really care. But as far as matchmaking terms, he should be the same priority. I think I got this. Nope. Yeah. He should be the same priority as any other frontline warrior. Because, well, we got lucky this time and there's a Varian on the enemy team because the matchmaker also favors mirrors. But I have been in several instances over the course of the last few weeks where there's a Varian and a Zarya on the enemy team because neither of those characters are classified as tanks, as warriors. And there's no way for an unorganized team to beat that. Wow, he got a lot of health back quickly. I have lost to that setup every time when my team is nothing but assassins and then they get a Zarya and a Varian. I've lost to it every single time. Honestly, I think it's a little ridiculous. The multi-class thing is just, he's the only one, right? So maybe it's an issue of it's not being properly balanced. There's no one else to compare it to. I mean, I don't really know. But it doesn't feel good as of right now. Also, what doesn't feel good is an AFK Cassia in the bottom lane. Just putting that out there. Feels pretty bad, man. We do manage to still pick up a kill on the enemy team's Cassia. We have 20 seconds left on our Sippy Cup, however, so we are not going to be able to partake in this battle. Feels bad, man. We are going to go for Shield Wall at level 4. This is going to prevent all damage taken to Varian for the duration of a parry, which is 1.25 seconds. Later... Oh, she's back. Good. Welcome back. You wanna come up? Wanna do the objective? Okay. Anyway. My rant's over, I guess. You guys get the point. You get where I'm going. So, Varian's abilities. We have Charge on our E ability. This used to be a point-and-click stun that was disastrous to the meta of the game. That has been removed. Our W ability is Parry, which, as I mentioned, prevents all damage with our talent build, so we can soak up things like Li Ming's damage right there pretty easily. And then our Q ability is a skill shot slow that we can throw out on enemies to try to hinder their movement. I like his kit a lot, don't get me wrong. I think Varian's a fantastic character, very, very fun to play. A lot of his damage comes from his trait. We can help out Alarak there if he needs it. A lot of his damage comes from his trait, which is what you see every now and then when I'm getting critical hits. That is what that is from. Thank you, Alarak. Thank you. Okay, we did it. Good job. With this build specifically, you want to be utilizing your parry as much as possible, deflecting that damage, or I guess you're not really deflecting it, that's a Genji term, but stopping that damage from impacting you, and then immediately following up with a heroic strike, which is just an auto attack, just a normal auto attack. You just need to make sure that you're weaving those in every time this heroic strike icon lights up, and if you're doing that, you're still going to be able to dish out some pretty good damage. We have gone for Live by the Sword now. They are trying to buff some of the other talents in the early game, but quite frankly, since the stun was removed on the charge, there is no reason to take it whatsoever. And ever since that was removed, the parry build has been a dominant force for Varian. I honestly don't know how they can change that ability to make it better. Like the charge talents, I don't know how they can make it better without the stun. There's the blink. Beautiful. I love good Alarak players. Nothing makes me happier than a good Alarak player. Other than a beautiful woman. Yeah, that's working as intended. Slow down the enemy team Varian. Parry some of his stuff. So, with the Live by the Sword, increases duration of parry by 40% if at least 2 basic attacks are blocked during our parry time. Then the trait that we have gets immediately refreshed, which means we can land that critical hit more often, weave it together significantly easier. I'll go in if you need help. You call if you need me, baby girl. I'm right here. All right, so this game's going pretty well for the team so far. I would say we got the first objective. The enemy team is about a full level behind us as of right now. Every lane is being soaked except for bottom because Cassio just died. So we'll head down there. I was just kind of roaming, trying to make kills happen. It was mildly successful. We are going to be a man down at the start of this objective, which is unfortunate. This is a good block. To go back a little bit, I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that a character that can essentially, I mean, I might be over-exaggerating a little bit here, so bear with me, but a character that can have full damage immunity for like 8 seconds in a row and can taunt someone and hold them down in place so your team can have their way with them. It's so mind-blowing to me that that isn't classified as a tank in our matchmaking system. It blows me away. But Pally, he can pick up a sword and then he does more damage. Yeah, you're right. Anybody want to jump in on this? No? Okay. I'll just leave that alone then. Now, I can actually absorb a lot of Li Ming's damage for our team. If I see the projectiles coming, I can just parry and walk right in the way of it, and it's actually a really good way of mitigating her damage. They are pretty close on this objective, so I'm going to try to zone a little bit more. Let's try to move in, be scary. It's working out pretty well so far. Every time they attack me, it's lowering the cooldown of my parries so I can just parry even more. So basically, I mitigated the majority of the damage from that team fight. Very little work to it. You just have to watch for projectiles coming towards you. That's working as intended. Alright, I can't do anything about this Ragnaros here, so we might want to back up a little bit. Alarak, unfortunately, was taken down. Lots of spiders, lots of creepy crawlies coming at him all at one time. We'll go ahead and try to taunt there, Varian, see if we can deal any damage. But wouldn't you know, he mitigated all of that burst for my team. Wow! Crazy! I'm going to just head back to the base. I could sippy cup here if I wanted to, but I'm just going to go all the way back. I know Grey Maiden was pinging for help, but I'd rather get full HP and go into that with confidence and have a sippy cup to fall back to, just in case, than go help him take a camp at 20% health. We just lost our Cassia up top. I believe that was versus another Cassia. She decided that she was not the superior Amazon. Or maybe she got caught. I mean, I don't know. Looks like a toad build gazebo. So I can go ahead and taunt their Nazebo right here. Our Alarok's going to move in and make him take a lot of damage. I certainly appreciate that. And we'll just continue to mitigate damage as we're chasing after these guys. Literally mitigated thousands of damage there. And now, with our top back up, we can just go back in and do it all again, boys! Oh, he didn't hit me. He's smart. He's smart, team. Woo! Oh! I didn't have parry, and I tried to move out of it, and then I second-guessed it. Fuck. That was a good Sulfurious Smash. I'm pretty sure he's going to die for it. 1E from Alarak is going to be enough to secure that. Nicely done. Good job, team. I really like our Alarak player. He's making some fucking plays. I wonder if he's excited about the changes. I am going to be making some videos. They may be out already. My release schedule is usually in order, but with D.va being thrown into the mix and the PTR coming out right as I'm mass recording to get ready to go out of town. Yeah, that's working as intended. It was, it's going to be a little all over the place. What the fuck talent do I want here? She went for the heal, Ragnaros heals. Let's go for Mortal Strike, I guess. I'll taunt her in a second. There you go. Run, little Gravane, run! Don't let them get you! Don't let the demons take you! Nazebo's pushing top. Might get that fort down before we know it, but I'm going to go ahead and start the objective. We have somewhat decent lane clear with our Q, but it's not that great. That's why I was roaming around in the early game a lot. I was just trying to help out with kills because can't really push a lane at all. Not really at all. Looks like the friendly team is moving in. Varian, a fantastic pickup in Hero League right now, by the way, because he can adapt to either a shield-heavy team or a healing-heavy team at level 13 by either picking up Shattering Throw or by going Mortal Strike like I did. Again, the reason I went for Mortal Strike was simply because, yeah, it's working as intended, was simply because the enemy team has several ways of self-healing, and I wanted to try to mitigate that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the sippy cup and then re-engage on this. Both Cassia's dying at the same time. I bet that was majestic as fuck to watch. You come back in. I mean, probably watch out for the Li Ming damage. We only need 7 more. Do we think we can snipe those? There's 1. Here's 2. Get the low health ones. Cue that. Yeah, just hit me. Yeah, just keep hitting me. I don't think we're gonna get the objective, but we might clear out the team. Nope, we're gonna back up. Oh, those toads could have done a lot of damage to me. That's fine. That's their first Punisher of the game. We'll go ahead and... Fuck. It was close. It was close. I almost had it. I taunted him right at the end, so he would be forced to hit my parry, and I was hoping it would reset my parry time, but it didn't. That sucks. I want to mention for the record that I don't even play a lot of Varian, so I mean that may be readily apparent to you guys already, but as you can see, even as a tank, even going full parry and nothing but damage mitigation thereafter, I guess Mortal Strike isn't necessarily damage mitigation, I'm keeping up with damage for the rest of my team. I would say I'm keeping up with damage for the rest of the game, while still being the main driving force of our survivability and our ability to initiate. He's pretty good. Pretty good character, gotta say. Also, we counter Cassia pretty hard if we can go in with the taunt and keep her still, because then she loses all of her mitigation. So just landing a semi-decent taunt on Cassia can be extremely valuable. Looks like Artanis did already initiate, or Alarak. Have I been calling him Artanis this whole time? I hope not. I don't think I have. I think we're good. Yeah, I can go in and just mitigate the damage from these towers really unfairly. And we can totally force her out of here. Or we can just get the building. I'm kind of happy with either. And we'll just go ahead and keep her still, so my team can kill her. Did I mention taunt only has like a 5-second cooldown? It feels like it's officially a 16-second cooldown, but it doesn't feel like a 16-second cooldown. It feels like that motherfucker's up every time you need it. Looks like there's a bit of a tussle down in the bottom lane. They should have numbers advantage down there. Here, try again. Come back in. We need to throw down our banner if we're gonna stay in this. I have another parry right now. But it looks like it's time to back up. Yeah, it looks like it's time to leave. Go ahead and get this region globe. Just to make sure I have a little bit more life. And I'm gonna be a little late. No, I won't. I'll be fine. I thought it just spawned now. Like, I thought it was activating now, but that was a 30-second warning. So it'll be okay. Most people on the team did go back as well. Greymane wants to get that camp at the bottom to get that split pushing. Decent idea, but we're not going to have him at the start of this objective. Which should be fine. I mean, Li Ming's down there as well. I hope she doesn't combo him. Then again, why would Li Ming be going after a mercenary camp? She probably wouldn't. Rather than walking through the lane, I'm going to try to get some kind of a gank off. Try to retreat behind the back line here just a little bit. Oh, like right here. Boop. Boop. Ragnaros stepping out of position just a little bit. When we capitalize on this, we should be able to. There's the taunt. Let's go ahead and just mitigate that Li Ming combo. Whoop. I think I was taunted. So taunt actually counts as a silence, I believe. Because while I was, maybe not officially a silence, but while I was taunted, or at least that's what I believe I wasn't able to cast any abilities, which felt really bad. Which would also explain why the enemy team's Varian, when I went in with my taunt, waited until after to parry me, so I do believe it counts as a silence. I have no other way of testing that right now, other than what I just experienced and just had that revelation of. We'll get back up at 20 seconds. Most of the enemy team's still dead. Only Ragnaros remains. We grabbed another mercenary camp that's going to be pushing the top lane. We have mercenary camps pushing the bottom lane and the middle lane right now. I think I am just, now that I know this is a silence, if it is, we don't have any activate to demoralize nearby enemy heroes, reducing the damage they deal. Maybe that would be good for our team. Or do we just want to taunt more? I think I'm just going to taunt more. Fuck it. Because as far... Oh, I thought our kill discrepancies was a bit wider. I thought we had a lot more kills than them. It's actually not that bad. We'll just have to make good use of the taunt. We'll have to use it every time it's off cooldown. Try to get value out of it. Top team. We can win with this. They're pushing middle, trying to split push and shit. Not the time. We could stop him from becoming the molten giant thing if we wanted to. Never mind. Missed opportunity. I'll just get out of that stun. Drop the banner to increase my team's survivability. And now that he's coming out of that, I'll do nothing. Because I'm bad at this game. We parried all of Cassia's damage there. I'm sure that feels great for her. Oh, unfortunately, we weren't able to make anything happen. Team was just a little too spread out there. Hopefully Li Ming resets don't decimate the rest of us. Really thought we could have won with that push. Nice pickup there from our Greymane, though. So the Punisher made it all the way to the core, but didn't get through the shields. Really thought that was going to go better. So what I was trying to do, the reason I went so deep here was I was trying to prevent the Ragnaros from actually using his trait. The moment I let off, though, was the moment that he went in. I was just planning on taunting him and holding him still and doing anything I could to prevent that so our Punisher could push a little bit harder. I thought the team would move in with me a little bit more, and they didn't. I should have pinged, like, I'm going in, but that's okay. That's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what my intentions were, I still left the rest of my team and overextended. There is a mercenary camp up right here. They wanted to take that. I think it's a good idea, seeing as we have everyone in the area and we've spotted 1/3 of the rest of their team up in the top lane. I don't think... Yeah, Cassia should be able to do that just fine. I was going to say, I don't think she'll have any problems. Greymane was able to take the bottom camp. Here, let's watch this beauty. Yeah, that's working as intended. Yeah, whatever. We might want to rotate bottom lane. They're overextended. It's an easy kill. Come here! Did not get my taunt up in time to mitigate that sulfuric smash. God, that ball lightning really does a lot of damage if you let it bounce that much. I thought we had a significantly better numbers advantage here. Yeah, he wasn't able to parry. That was a good parry. Okay, taunts up in 5 seconds. There's a tower there, or I would consider re-engaging. The fuck is there a tower doing there? We do have Sippy Cup. I'm gonna ping and let my team know that I'm going back for it really quick. I just want to get full health. I don't want to risk anything. Even though we do have numbers advantage here, they still have the Li Ming. That's still pretty scary. 75,000 damage mitigated. Look at that. Without a fucking healer. It's pretty crazy. So they're off pushing. I don't really agree with that. But, you know, they can do whatever they want. And Zebo and I, we'll hold down the fort. We'll get the objective. Alright, so this Punisher's gonna push the bottom lane. How's that looking? There's one tower on the way to that and then a full wall. So with the whole team alive, we may not be able to push through. We may just get that. We'd have to get some kills along the way to really make this worth it. Our team is extremely spread out right now. But they're split pushing top, so I guess I get it. We really need everybody together. Cassia's gonna have to go back, so we're gonna be outnumbered here. That is definitely not good. These are opportunities that a lot of people, like, make no mistake, we could win the game here, but instead a lot of people use these opportunities to do things that aren't conducive to winning. This happens more in lower ranks, I guess is what I'm saying. It's something that you grow out of as you get more comfortable with the game. You know, the core is not that hard to kill at the end of the day. Yeah, that's working as intended. Why not? Go ahead and drop our banner. Why did that jump back to me? So if we had our whole team there, if everyone was going in, much more likely that we could push through all of that. But with everyone showing up at different times, we were never really a unified front. And we actually lost an engagement with a full immortal. Which I shouldn't have to tell you, it should never happen. Shouldn't happen. And the Merc camp that we spent all that time gathering up is just gonna die to Ragnaros. Cause it's just a Merc camp. This building would spawn catapults for the rest of the game. That Merc camp was just cleaned up in the top lane. Dr. Seuss rhymes. Great. What is Toad build level 1 quest? After hitting 40 heroes with Plague of Toads, it spawns 2 additional toads. Oh, that's cool. We should just walk into another lane when you molten cores. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. So we're rezzing. The enemy team is going to be moving here. We already know that because it's the only thing left to do on the map at all. This camp actually just came back up right as I said that, but we know they're moving down there, and Ragnaros is in the middle lane, so I'm just moving in on this, boys, at full speed. Of course they rotated. Of course they rotated. Gonna go ahead and try to taunt someone as soon as I can. Drop the banner for mitigation. They actually didn't go to that camp. That's surprising. That's very surprising. Ooh, Alarak wants to go in though. Oh, don't do that. I was gonna set you up. I was gonna set you up. I believed in that thing that you were trying to do. Oh! Did that mitigate or did I not get hit? I didn't get hit. I do have a sippy cup. I'm gonna ping it. Make sure everyone remembers they have a sippy cup too. That's our big advantage here. We have that extra sustain that the enemy team won't have. I'm just gonna taunt him. Remember, we think that's a silence. Yeah, there's a lot of damage mitigated. We'll go ahead and drop our banner for our team here. Oh, that ball lightning, though. Oh, my God. Okay. There's 3 people dead on the friendly team, and we lost no one. That was a fantastic fight. We did great. I went back to peel for our Varian while the rest of our team, or for our Nazebo, while the rest of our team moved forward. Okay, let's not split. Don't risk it. Get boss. Get objective and win. Talking to you. Half health, Greybane. Oh, well, everybody's leaving. Okay. I suppose that makes sense, seeing as we don't have a healer. And he's still going off by himself. If he dies, that's going to be the biggest I told you so moment. Ugh. Alright, looks like Cassia will catch up to us about. She's going to be a little late, but we're going in as a full team at least. Full team without a fucking Greymane because no one listens. We could have gotten that as a team on the fucking way to the base. But now we don't have a Greybane. I mean, he's here. He'll probably get kills just to prove me wrong. We need to stop this. We need to stop this. Oh, God, there's the taunt. There we go. I'm going to say that was worth dying for if I do die. Yeah. So the taunt stopped Ragnaros from becoming the building. Feels pretty good, man. There's the banner. Oh, shit. I taunted him again. That's all I got, though. That's all I got. The Punisher should be able to kill the core by himself if he really feels like it. But it looks like Nazebo's doing good work. Okay. Okay. Oh, I wasn't getting salty at the end, just for the record, but there's some glaring mistakes in gameplay, and I mean, I make them too on occasion, but that I try to point out for you guys so you don't make them too. And that's one of them. Toad build Nazebo. I do think that was just buffed. Maybe that's a little bit better. Maybe that's worth taking a look at now. So how'd we do, team? What do you think? What do you think of Varian? You think he's a tank? I mean, it's just so hard to say. Just can't tell. Great job. You had 26 assists, where similar players had 19.5. We mitigated 116,000 damage that game and dealt 41,000 hero damage without a healer. Pretty happy with that. The talents we went for was parry, 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 taunt, mortal strike to stop the healing that their Ragnaros, Cassia, and I suppose their Nazebo had. I didn't think about Nazebo. Banner of the Iron Forge for more damage mitigation for our team, and I went for the cooldown reduction, excuse me, on the taunt, which I think won the game there at the end, being able to taunt Ragnaros twice. Maybe not. Probably didn't win the game there. Could have gone for the AoE damage mitigation at level 20, and that probably would have been just fine too. Damage mitigation on top of the flags. Damage mitigation should be pretty good. But that's Varian. He's a tank, Blizzard. Get with the times.